We're live. Hello, everybody. It's Jesse. I have Laura Blessing all the way from Austin, Texas today. And just very quickly, how I got to Laura is Laura and I had the same coach when I came back in the business in 2016, and she was my third role play partner. You guys have seen Chris Bissett, you've seen Chris Fellerman, and now here's Laura, the third role play partner, and we role played for a whole year together, 30 minutes a week. I don't even think we missed hardly any weeks, did we?
No, we were on it. We were committed.
Yeah, we were.
And it was fun.
So Laura, tell us a little bit about your business, your story, so that people just know what a badass you are.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, I'm here in Austin, Texas, and I have a team, and I've been doing this for 16 years. I think last year we did 31 million, 76 units. I know everybody wants to know those stats. 38% profit, that counts too. And I'm a mom. I used to play volleyball in college, and I love my job. I love what I do. And I love, connecting with people like you, Shannon, who also love it and make it fun. And we just rock this job, And
so I'm gonna give you guys a heads up. I dropped my older dog off at the vet today. So in case you hear Stella over here barking, she's wandering around the house looking for her boyfriend. So just full disclosure, I'm sorry if you hear a barking dog every once in a while. She's just a little lost. So I'd like you to tell me who's all on here. Give me a thumbs up and what city you're coming in from. We've got quite a few on here already, Laura. So you have a business of 31 million, which is about the average, or the low, to me, that's a great business, right? And how many people are on your team?
I have one full-time admin who's been with me for 10 years. She's like the other half of my brain, thankfully. And then I have one other full-time agent and 2 part-time assistants.
Okay, awesome. And you primarily do listings?
Correct, yes.
What's the Austin market look like right now?
Ooh, it is crazy. It's 30, 50, 90 offers. And on the listing side, offers are coming in 5, 10, 20, 30, up to 35% over list price.
Percent, not thousand.
Percent. Yeah. There's lots of cash too. Lots of cash offers coming in. We have that West Coast migration happening. And we're the second Silicon Valley. So we're having fun. And I've literally been chasing homes, I think, for 10 years in this market. It's just always moved so fast here.
So how do you evaluate 30, 50, 90 offers?
I create a Dropbox link and I start putting them in as they arrive. And then we set up a spreadsheet and we do a nice comparison for them. And usually there's a clear winner. And if you're in a market like that where you're competing, be the clear winner. Call and send that offer and be like, stop the madness, accept my offer now. If your clients want to do that, that's the way to win these days.
What are the tricks that your agents and you are using to win offers in this market? Because we think it's bad here with 10 offers. You're getting 30, 50, and 90 offers.
Yeah.
How do you win?
Like I said, the kind of the preemptive offer where you go in and you make an offer they can't refuse, with your client's permission. I have been known to use some escalation clauses every once in a while, but I will usually call the list agent and just say, is this okay? I don't know. I have a whole checklist of things when you're up against multiple offers that are different, send them one of those little fish, the little fighting fish, and be like, this is the one, don't lose this catch. Send cookies, send whatever to the agent, stand out and be different and be noticed, and just be the agent that is going to answer the phone during the deal. A lot of times I tell our buyers to offer to use the seller's favorite lender, get pre-qualified with them. That's always helpful. I mean, just anything you can do to stand out, because it's a pile of offers. Send a video from BombBomb and say, this is our offer. we're amazing. My team is amazing. It's going to be smooth. I'm so glad you're choosing me.
Yeah. Okay. So again, I'd love to know who's all on here, what city you service, because we're all about helping people with referrals. So we did a little prep for this call today, and we're not going to role play for you because we did that for a whole year, both of us getting ready, right? I would like for you to talk about the one Sphere system that you just kick ass at, and that is send out cards.
Yes. Oh my
Talk
goodness.
to us about that system, because no one's really talked about that yet in GSD. And you put me on your mailer the year that we were role playing, and I would get these fabulous cards in the mail, and I'd be like, what in the world is this girl doing? They're just awesome. So
well, thank you. I'm so retro, right? But it's really like the consistency. And I started doing send out cards in like 2009, and this is a stack of them that I've sent. And I don't send them every month. I mean, I've been pretty consistent with, when the busy season's over and I have more time, I send a Halloween card, I send a grateful card in November, and I send a holiday card. And then every once in a while, I'll send Mother's Day cards if I get a good idea, birthday cards, referral thank yous, and nobody's mailing stuff like this. So it does stand out. And it's not cheesy, I've got some examples. You want to see some? They're kind of fun. Like this is where I love it. Like I love coming up with these ideas. I design them all myself. And it's memorable. Clients love them. Okay, let me do the share screen thing.
Where do you show them at, or where do you design them on? Canva?
Canva. I started using that. Here's some of the ones that we sent out like during COVID, right? When like most agents, I don't know, a lot of agents got scared and went and sat on the couch, I think. And I was like, well, I'm going to send out some cards. I'm going to do some virtual coffees. I'm going to drop off food for people. Like I just kept going. And so this was fun, distance makes the heart grow fonder. And I sent just an image of us all on our screen there, which is kind of fun, right?
That's awesome.
And then the mask thing, I wanted a picture of my whole team in the mask.
Okay, slow down. You're going way too fast. Show them the mask again, the front.
Oh, okay. There's the mask.
Mask of Blessed. And her last name is Blessing, so that plays really well, right?
I do have a good name for marketing, that's for sure. I use that a lot. So the blessed card, and we said keep smiling under those masks. And I wanted a picture of everyone smiling. I thought that was a fun idea. This is the Mother's Day card I sent during COVID.
And on day 67 of quarantine, Mom started doing smoky eye video tutorials.
Yes, that's true. And that's funny because people will get my cards and they text me and they're like, oh my gosh, you're so funny. Thanks for sending. And that's when you're doing something right. This was my holiday card last year, 2020, you'll go down in history. And I came up with the 12 days of Corona, 6 feet apart.
You got to slow down.
Oh.
12 Zoom meetings a day, 11 grams of vitamins, 10 rolls of toilet paper, 9 large sanitized bowls, 8 quarantines, 7 conspiracies, 6 feet apart, 5 liquor deliveries a week, 4 mental breakdowns, 3 Netflix binges, 2 homeschooling children. That's just awesome. So what percentage of your business is Sphere?
86%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Today,
yes. We are going to implement some things that will be changing that. It's going to be so fun.
Well, and what's important here is that, you have such a good base of Sphere. Oh yeah, you got to show this next card because I freaking love this one.
Oh yeah, this is the birthday card I designed. I just had this idea where I wanted my team, I wanted to take a picture with a donkey and do this, we hope your birthday's kick-ass card. Love your kick-ass realtors. I'm sorry, it's not a great picture, but that's one of my favorites. Yeah.
I love that one.
Thank you.
And you guys are all girls on your team, so you can get away with that.
Yes, we are. We are all girls.
So you have this great Sphere, and you primarily, this is your one main lead generation with your Sphere.
Yeah.
And it's worked obviously because you did like 26 million in Sphere.
Yeah, this is the main thing. But you know what? I've been in the business 16 years, 10 of those doing residential. And I've just been really consistent with things and doing things that I love. Like I would say like attracts like, right? And do what you like, and then you'll attract clients that you like.
Okay, so tell me something that you like to do that you invite other people to come with you.
Oh. Well, one of them is like, I wanted to know all of the top quesos and margaritas in town. So I just planned like a tour of all of the restaurants that I wanted to go to and check out because that's what I wanted to do.
Was
And then
Iron
I'm
Cactus on there?
huh?
Was Iron Cactus on there?
No, actually it wasn't. I
Oh.
know. Maudie's definitely was. I mean, Tex-Mex here and Mexican food there's like 5 restaurants on every corner here. But yeah, and I'm a huge invite whore. I'm just like, come with me on this tour. I invite my whole database. And sometimes like, I think I had 10 show up at one point. I can fit that bill, but sometimes I just be there by myself and that's okay. I could get away from my kids and drink margaritas and because it's really.
And how many people are in your sphere?
I just sent out an invite for 700 to a seminar we're having tonight for
Okay.
property taxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, people always ask that, right? Like, how many people are you sending to? What's your budget for send out cards? I see Stacy just put in their annual budget is approximately $6,000 for send out cards that you
Correct.
do, right? And
Mhm.
$6,000 yielded you about 26 million in sphere business. So that's really not a lot of money for what
No.
you're building. So you like to go on tours. You invite your whole sphere to come on tours with you. Hey, let's go on a drinking tour and an eating tour.
Yep. Rooftop bar tour, food truck tour. I did for the family splash pad tour in town, like all the top
Nice.
splash pads. And that's just fun. And literally, it's fun to see whoever shows up. And then when people can't come, they feel bad. And I see them out and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry I couldn't come to your thing. It's really all about the touch and the invite. And that's how I connect with people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also like to go to Worst Fest. I've done a bus party for 15 years and dress like a German beer wench and fill it with all my favorite clients and take them out to celebrate sausage and drink lots of beer.
So what I'm hearing is find out what's going on in your city and take advantage of it. Now, Austin has a ton of events, right? You and I talked about you doing a big drawing for Austin city limits or what Southwest or whatever you have coming up.
Yeah,
right?
I have that this year. Yay, hopefully.
What's going on in your city and what can you take advantage of? For us, it probably would have been giving away Chiefs tickets if COVID wasn't going on, right? Next year when we're kick ass again. I think this is so important though, and nobody's talked about like inviting people to like, besides going to events, you're making a traveling event, right? Like you're taking advantage of your city and what's already there and involving businesses.
Very true. Yes. And I also kind of mix the right amount of fun with the right amount of, I am a very serious realtor and you should be your top choice when you're ready to sell type events.
Okay. So talk about tonight. Talk about your event tonight, because I think this is super freaking cool.
Yeah. I've done this for 8+ years. That is learn how to protest your property tax value, save money on taxes. I mean, everybody's so excited about the rising, values in our homes, but then when it comes to paying taxes and they get that assessment, I mean, people freak out and they don't understand it. And I learn something every year I do this seminar. And I really wanted to do the seminar so that, I could learn this stuff. It's really what I was interested in. And I'm surprised how many people respond to it.
So are you delivering that by Zoom tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Got that by Zoom. And then I was going to just tell you like some of the other stuff that I do, like ideas where, they're just more about the neighborhood or the community. I came up with the idea, donut drive fast in our neighborhood. Yeah. I had like decals made for the windows. And so in my neighborhood, there's like this speeding problem and we brought awareness to it by handing out donuts. And it ended up becoming like this national thing. And other neighborhoods started doing it. And so just simple ideas like that you create can just be really cool and be fun to do. So, and it's helped solve a problem. That's a lot of what I do on the serious side of my real estate business.
So one of the things you told me last night is I do things that most agents don't do. What are some of those things?
Exactly. I created that, I think, years ago. I do things that most agents don't know how to do, is
Oh,
how I pitch it.
okay.
Yeah. So
Tell me.
now you want to get into like my pre-list packet and you want me to share like all of my secrets.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
You
yeah.
have
This is
you have
good.
Austin people in this group because you can't use this against me.
Nope. I
I
don't,
will
if
I
we
will
do, not very many.
okay, okay.
Chris Heller's in this group, except his business, he lives in Austin. He runs out of San Diego. So
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll show you. Get ready. Let's
this is
see.
really cool, by the way. Get your questions ready.
So we send a pre-list package. I send it by email. I used to drop it off and then I think I just got lazy. And you can email it. But this is a checklist I created that we send ahead of time. And, people are going to read it or not read it before the meeting. But when I get to a meeting at a listing presentation, I always ask, well, did you get a chance to go through this checklist? And then they say no. And I'm like, okay, well, I'd love to just take a few minutes and highlight some of the marketing things that we do that most agents don't know how to do. How's that sound? See, we are role playing. Uh, so one of the things we do as a team really well is we have mastered the #1 website, which is Google, right? Everybody knows that. Okay, well, when we do a listing appointment, we've actually set up some marketing ahead of time with the address. We already have a picture of the home, and we have, Mr. Seller, Mrs. Seller, got all these keywords here. You can see my mouse, right?
Mhm.
And when you put these into Google, we have secured the top spot in Google with those keywords already. And by the way, I've done this for free. This doesn't cost me anything.
Right.
And all I've done when you click on that is put like a placeholder in there. We will change this out, when we get better photos, and we'll do a video. So.
Oh no, let it play. I want to see it.
Oh, you want to see the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's not like super impressive, and this is like a sample.
Yeah.
But it's something my assistant can set up very fast. It looks very impressive to the clients that we've already taken these steps.
Yep.
And yeah. Okay, how do I get back? So that's the first thing we do. Then under that.
So so I want to be clear. This is a PDF that's clickable.
Yes.
Right. So you emailed this.
You can type those keywords into Google if you want, or we have it hyperlinked. Yes.
Yeah, I'm saying that your pre-list is hyperlinked.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. So and a lot of people don't go through this ahead of time. You know that. It's not a huge checklist, but they, well, a lot of my clients already know me too. So that's helpful. But the other thing we do, well, yeah, for now, get ready. The second thing that we like to highlight is that in most cases, we don't do flyers anymore because flyer boxes are always empty, right? And everybody's seen flyer boxes empty. So I have them text this at the table, and then, I show them, hey, look, I've got your number here. And if you're a buyer standing outside your house, I'm like, hey, buyer, are you pre-qualified? Oh, let's get you pre-qualified and then I'll let you in the house,
You're role playing again.
Absolutely. This is what I do at the table with people. Yep. We also create a blog for each house with Blogspot, which is the Google branded blog, right? So we'll put the address is already in there, and we're gonna, if you're on the market for more than a few hours, then we will update the blog on what's happening with your house. And then the last thing is just, I tell people to Google me, and because I'm very impressed.
And you have a Google My Business page.
Very impressive when you Google me. Anyway, that's what we highlight on. And once I highlight on those marketing things, I usually don't get any more questions about marketing. Like, that's enough for them. And
so this is your pre-list. So how hard is it to sell yourself once you walk in the door?
Oh man, no, it's simple. They're ready to sign. As soon as I walk in, they're ready to sign.
Yeah.
Like, the other thing that we send is just, I always have like a very spring 2021 updated pre-list packet showing everyone, like my team, who we are. Looks very professional. Yeah, I walk in, they're ready to sign. They have very few questions, which is lovely.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
And do you do all this in Canva just for the mechanics of it?
This is all in Canva.
Okay.
Of course, we have our stats in there, where we sell homes 111% faster, all that good stuff. Yeah. And while we're here, I'll show you one more thing. You have to see some more cards, okay?
Yeah.
I love to dress up for Halloween. So this is like years of Halloween cards. Are you ready? That's my first one with my son. Yes, those are my wiener dogs. And I dressed up my son like a hot dog. There's the second year. There is, oh wait, these are out of order. Sorry.
That's all right.
Because here's my daughter. Look, I dressed her up like a marshmallow. Isn't she cute?
You guys were s'mores.
Yep. And this has nothing to do with business, but this is what everyone remembers, right?
Yeah,
how
I remember getting that one.
I did sushi last year, and then now my kids are getting older, so they have a say, and we did like Fortnite. Happy Halloween to all, and to all of Fortnite. Like, that was fun. That's the first year I didn't have to buy 2 costumes for them.
Yeah.
And then I threw in just a holiday card. Like, I love the Nailed It Pinterest thing. Like, I don't know if you've ever done that. And I love the Bitmoji stuff. I think I sent you that one. Anyway, just some other things I design. That's it. I love it. And it translates through the cards.
And everything. You can see your personality, you can see your passion. And I mean, I've received your cards for a year, and some of it's business too, right? Like, you send out market stats on there. So it's not just, ooh, fun stuff. It's also other stuff too. Stacy said, I bet you don't get questions on reducing your commission very much with that pre-list, do you?
Right. No, I don't. We have like the flexible fee thing in the back of that pre-list, and that just handles that very well.
What does that mean? What's a flexible fee thing?
I'll show you. Let me go back to that. Good question.
Chris Kellerman's on here, by the way.
Oh, hello, Chris.
And Alicia Hooper's on here.
Hello, Alicia. She's my coaching client.
I know.
Oh, so we show a map where, we sold a bunch of homes, which is all over. And then this is something where I really, if they talk to me about what the fee is, and you can tell they're about to ask that question, you're like, oh, well, here we have this flexible fee system. So if, the buyer is unrepresented, which has been happening a lot in our market, we actually will discount it to 4.5. I mean, because it's all about saving you money, making you the most money, and having this be a smooth experience. But yeah.
I like it.
A lot of people, they're all thinking about sometimes, should I just sell it myself? It's so easy to do. And I handle that here too. I'm like, listen, if you throw it on Nextdoor and you find your own buyer and you don't want me involved, okay, I can still kind of help you. But if you want me to facilitate, then we do it for 1.5%. This handles so many of those objections. It's been great.
Right. I like it. If somebody's starting out and they're just starting into their Sphere systems, where would you tell them to begin?
Sphere systems? I mean, as far as like
build their Sphere to be as powerful as you have it, giving you 26 million a year in business.
I mean, you saw what I do. I'm an invite whore. I'm all about the events and the parties and the networking and doing things that I really like doing.
Well, then you're also doing smart things like helping them with fighting their property tax valuations, and you're showing up today as this really, really fun person, and I know you're a deadly business person.
Right. I guess if I think
that smile and that really pretty, and then you're really tough and down to business behind that.
I get things done, and I'm detailed. We have a lot of checklists. Sometimes I'll just bring all my checklists and be like, oh, you want to sell your home yourself? Let me show you my 12 checklists for this entire process that you don't want to manage. Okay, we'll start there. But you're right. I do balance this with some serious marketing things as well. And if I think back to when I got started, the first thing that I did if I was building my sphere, retro again, pop buys.
Mhm.
I like in my drawer right here, I think I bought like 500 of these blessing coins. And
Awesome.
I delivered to everyone I knew, put this blessing coin above your door or under your mat to bless your home and everyone who walks through the door. And I made that up. So I think,
And I made that up.
and I think it works. And we give these for closing presents. And it really, that's the first thing I did is just go and connect and drop off something in their home that would make them think of me. That's how you build it.
So I'd like you guys to start asking some questions on here. What would you like to ask Laura so that I can make sure and give you some questions here? Now, I've known you for quite a while, and you and I started talking about the 12-week year book because you asked me how in the world we doubled in 2 years, and you actually took the course with us, GTP. Tell us about your experience through that course.
Oh, it's a brilliant course. And I immediately put my team through it, and we are in week 5 at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
We have a goal of, 21 listings and 36 pendings during the 12-week period. Mm-hmm. And we're already week 5. I think we have 9 listings so far and 10 pending. So we're right on track.
Yep. How is the planner? All right. And how do you use the planner yourself, and how do your team use the planner?
The planner's great as far as keeping track of, I write everything down. It's just, I've got to. I also use an electronic, yet it's helpful with the team also, because you can't hide. You've got to show your planner what you're doing. I have a Google spreadsheet where the team, they go in and they, mark what they did for the week. Mm-hmm. And that's helpful. And I love it because we're having a week 5 meeting about what we need to correct, what needs to be different for the, the next few weeks.
How does that differ from when you used to show up every quarter with your coach and do a quarterly review?
It's a shift. It is just a mental shift, honestly, that keeps things top of mind with you. When you could just easily relax into an annual plan and be like, oh, I got time to do this. Mm-hmm. It's just so human to think you have time. It's the ego that says, I've got all the time in the world. I'm going to live forever. But it's truth and staying on top of things and having awareness around, what you really want to accomplish every day that helps you be successful,
Well, and you and I started talking about this and start talking about coaching because you and I have a relationship around coaching, and that's how we met, through our common coach. And it's interesting when you make this mind shift because you can correct every week, right? As the leader of the team, isn't it easier now to coach them to say, okay, show me your, if you're not making any sales, show me your planner so I can see how to help course correct you. Or, oh, by the way, you didn't do shit this week. No wonder you don't have any pendings.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, you can't hide, and it is easy to adjust, which is wonderful. Mm-hmm. I'm enjoying it. I really appreciate it. And it's a brilliant idea. It really is.
So we're teaching it again, just so you know, Laura, we're launching it April 19th. And I know, Stacy, you're going to put a link in here for us. We're going to start our GTP, Get the Plan, again, April 19th. I'll be teaching the live sessions. Stacy does a lot of the 12-week follow-up coaching, the 12-week challenge. And if you're interested in it, go order the book today, the 12-week year. Get that book under your belt, because I think it'll help your mind shift a little bit. And then we break it down and smush it into the real estate world.
You do.
Which, to me, this is really the main thing that we did to go from 20 to 40 million in 2 years, right? Is we just compacted time, and we did all the tricks that Brian taught in the book, except we related it to real estate.
Yeah. And like you said before, your whole team has this same language that you're speaking, which is.
Yeah. So what if a team lead says, I'm just going to go through it and then I'll teach my team it? What would you tell them?
No, they need to read the book and they need to take the course and go through it themselves and own those goals. That's where you get to learn their big why. If you're just telling them to do it, if you just tell them to do it, it wouldn't work. I mean, my
Well, and they're
team
going to
might
have
still
different
do it.
strategies, right? You're going to learn their goals and their tactics and what you're going to have different sequential tactics and what they're going to have. And to me, it's about being able to round out a team. So you can say, okay, sequentially this 12 weeks, we're going to build this system on the back end for tech. Like for us, it's launching our new website. It's launching HomeBot. It's getting our plans really automated. And I have somebody working over my follow-up boss, Fub. So, I mean, like, you can just see this and you see the progression of it, and then it's done. And then you get to take a break. I didn't tell you this part. On the 13th and 14th week, you should plan a vacation.
Oh, yes.
You
I
might
will
want to
do
look at
that.
your calendar right away.
Yeah, I will do that. That's a good idea. We have a big goal this year of, a million GCI, and the team's excited about it. And that's our annual goal. We're actually not really focused on that. We're really just focused on, and it just has you be more present to what needs to take place now. And that's what I love about it the most.
So you and I role played, and both of us had been in the business for quite a while. Now, I had just gotten off the road with Bold, and I've done 6,000 coaching calls. I've taught Bold to 3,500 people. You were actually in my Bold class, or you were in my Bold class. And yet you and I still practiced for a year. Right. How important is sharpening your saw, even if you're really experienced?
Oh, yeah, extremely important. And it's all about how much time it takes you to handle an objection, and just, how calm and collected you look when you are delivering a presentation and answering questions, and having that confidence that comes with, of course, everyone here, I'm sure, is just extremely confident all the time. Yet when you practice makes perfect. And I was a collegiate athlete, so I did a lot of practicing. It works. It's helpful and it's necessary.
How much practice have you done for your seminar tonight?
We have not done a ton because I'm not presenting it.
Oh.
I partnered with Texas Pro Tax, which is a company that fights my property taxes. And here's like the cool thing. They're a great partner, and they are going to teach the entire seminar. So I literally just going to host it, and I get to take all the credit of having this great idea, honestly.
So you don't have to be the expert. You went out and found the expert, put it together with your clients. Now you're giving your clients a super high service about how to educate them about their property taxes. And you're kind of like the bystander, and you're like the cheerleader tonight.
Yep.
You're the cyberbacker on the chat.
Yep, absolutely. This is a great thing. I think I'll share my screen again. I was just posting on Nextdoor. Do y'all have Nextdoor in your market? Mm-hmm. You do? You have
How do you use Nextdoor? Because nobody's really talked about that.
Oh, okay. Well, I posted this, and you can't promote your business on Nextdoor, right? It will take down the post, at least in ours. And there's nothing in this post about me or my business. It's all about, hey, I'm concerned about property taxes. I've got Texas Pro Tax, join me. That's about it.
And what's Twin Creeks? Is that your neighborhood?
Mm-hmm. That's my neighborhood.
So this is kind of like a farm aspect, right? You're kind of farming this.
Yep. So I'll post it on Facebook, with my Facebook group, and I'll post it here on Nextdoor and send it out to my database. But some tricks with Nextdoor, it's all about the private groups. So they won't let you promote yourself unless, like, I created this group on Nextdoor. Oh, is it gonna?
Coming soon?
I did, yeah. Coming Soon Homes in Cedar Park. So this is my private group on Nextdoor that I created.
Okay, I'm gonna make Haley watch this portion. This is awesome.
And our rules have changed with Coming Soon here. You can only do Coming Soon marketing for like 1 day. So you can't do a lot of marketing here, but this is also for, the homeowners to come in and post, not just real estate agents. It's really for people to just come in and say, it's about to go on the market. I also created a group for business owners, neighborhood business owners to post in, so we could promote our business.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
That's so we've been talking about closed groups on Facebook. This is actually a closed group on Nextdoor.
Right.
Functions the same way, and all the businesses can promote each other.
Right. Yeah. I haven't had any problems posting about myself and bragging about myself in the closed groups. But if I do something on Nextdoor, they will take it down, and all of the 50,000 agents in Central Texas will bring their wrath upon me. So
that's terrible. All right. Yeah. Any last parting thoughts? Anything you give advice to, Laura? You have so much experience. You've built this amazing business, and you just started coaching with me because I'm going to teach you about the other systems out there so that your sphere is only 50 to 60% of your business, and you're still making that 26 to 30 million out of that, except we're going to blow up all your other sources. Right.
Right.
Which I'm excited about because you're going to be a great story for Propel, which it's going to be easy because you already have the skills and all this stuff. What would you tell people if hater always hate too bad? That's funny. Hello, Kim. What would you tell people if they said, how do I relaunch? How do I, let me rephrase that question. If you're bored, you've been selling real estate too long.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? Because you and I've had this talk. You're kind of bored.
You start coaching and you give to others and grow other people. Mm-hmm. And then you grow by doing that. I mean, that's definitely one thing I did.
You start developing yourself more, right? So and this is what I see in you, right? Like you sell so much and it's boring for you. So all of a sudden you're kind of on the same path as Stacy and I. Now you're going to develop yourself and start coaching and giving to others, because then that feeds your brain and your heart and your world while you're doing this boring thing that actually feeds your family.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you let it ride and you keep creating systems, and the less you do, the more you make. I mean, that's the goal.
So you didn't even tell me about the Nextdoor app, and look at the nugget we just got on here. Hello. Like, we're not doing anything with that.
Oh, good. Yeah. I hope that's helpful.
And if you're just now joining us, you got to go back and watch the Google YouTube trick, because that to me, and you told me about this like 5 years ago. I have no idea why the heck I haven't been doing that, because it's the most brilliant thing I've ever seen.
Thank you. Brilliant. And it's free. It is absolutely, there's no money there spent, and it's so impressive. I mean, it's kind of like a parlor trick, but then it's not, because it's impressive. It's very impressive to the clients.
Yeah. Well, I want to invite you to come back in, dip in. If you're watching this later, please ask some questions. Laura can go out and answer some questions. Go back through this recording, take screenshots of some of her cards. And she does all those in development. I'm sure you could have a graphic artist do them as well. Yeah. So many nuggets in here, Laura. I want to thank you. And we look forward to seeing you more on GSD and back in GTP again, because you're going to have a giant story this year.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. This was fun. I appreciate it.
All right, everybody, have a great day, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Happy Hump Day.